the sperm travel to where it needs to go. Like no detours, like go straight there.
What's up YouTube, it's Drea
And Angie.
and we are back with another video,
together this time. I know y'all always see one of us.
So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a mukbang, or is it mukbang? A mukbang. We're gonna do a Chipotle mukbang and we're gonna tell y'all about our pregnancy story, how we got pregnant, the whole, literally everything.
All the questions that y'all asked about.
Because y'all asked so many questions and we just go eat this food. We got hella food. We got 2 bowls, 2 tacos. So
you were supposed to take a bite with me first.
Oh, freak, I'm sorry. You ready? Why are you blowing it? What's it in your mouth? We're just gonna tell y'all, step 1, what we did to get pregnant. We found a sperm bank.
Oh, step 1 is we did research.
So much research. Because there's not that many people having babies this way. It was a little bit harder compared to the traditional way where you just, you know. But we did try to do as much research as we can so we knew it and going into it. Because, I don't know, especially putting somebody's sperm inside of me, I wasn't trying to get
we didn't
gonorrhea.
have like the resources like how we try to give y'all. We try to give y'all like the tea and how step by step whatever. We did not have that. We knew nobody who done the process before, so it was just we had to figure it out on our own. So after that, the next step was to find a sperm donor.
Okay, let's talk about the sperm bank though. There are so many different sperm banks, okay? Choosing a sperm bank that is right for you. The one that we chose was the cheapest, okay? We could have, you know, with the best one, which had more other things. Like there was, what is that sperm bank called? Cryobank California or something like that. Where they actually, our sperm bank does not do that. We use Cryobank America, but there's other ones. After you have your kid, you can connect with other parents who use the same donor. So like to meet your kids, half siblings and stuff like that. Our sperm bank does not do that. Yeah, it would be nice to know, you know, our daughter's siblings.
Although our sperm bank was the cheapest that we found, it was the only one that had all our qualifications that we wanted in.
So I'm not really sure if the price went up, but at the time when we did this, 2 years ago. Okay, so let's say 2 years ago when we did this, and when we went through the process and got an actual sperm bank, the price of the sperm was $649. We got IUI sperm from Cryobank America. We wanted a sperm donor who, since I'm black and we want our kid to look similarly like the both of us but still look like our son also, we chose a Mexican donor. We definitely thought our daughter was gonna
be a little more melanated than she turned
Yeah, because if you
out.
mix my skin color with her skin color, you get, you know, a little bit darker in between. Our daughter is the lightest one in the family.
She's like Caucasian at this point.
Yeah, we still love her. I mean, yeah, we have nothing against white people. So that was the first step. We found our sperm bank.
Next step was to track our ovulation. So wait, so first we ordered it, but we had it on hold until it was time for us to actually do the process, right? So they held it for us. We could have did like overnight shipping or 2-day shipping or whatever, which was gonna cost like $300.
Yeah.
We some cheapos. We want the cheapest option.
What our plan was we bought it and we're gonna eventually have it shipped on the date that we thought that I was gonna be ovulating. So the sperm in the tank lasts for a few days. But what ended up happening was I found out I was ovulating. My period is very hard to track because it is so irregular. I found out I was ovulating way before we thought.
Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. So we used a ovulation tracker, right? It's pretty much just like a pregnancy test. You pee on it and it'll pop up smiley faces depending on which smiley face it is.
Well, before that, we were going based off of, I had this app. It was called Flow. So I was tracking my ovulation. I entered for a couple months. I entered when my period started, when my period ended, and it told me when I was supposed to be ovulating. We didn't want to go strictly based off of that. So that's when we got the ovulation tracker from, it was a clear blue ovulation tracker, which it just tells you when like your peak days are and when you're more likely to get pregnant. So we eventually, whenever I went to the bathroom and I was like, babe, like I looked at my discharge and I was like, I feel like I'm probably ovulating. We took the ovulation test.
The first one that she actually
we got a 14 pack.
A 14 pack, and she took the first one and it said it was her peak day and we was like, oh my goodness.
If y'all don't know, the peak day, so there's 2 days where you have the highest chance to get pregnant. It is your peak day and it is the day after your peak day. When it said peak, we didn't know if it was the day of or the day after. So we didn't know which day, if today was the last chance for us to get pregnant or if we had one more day. So what we did was I called off work. We drove all the way to Arlington, Texas, literally that morning. We found out, I went to the bathroom the morning on my way to work. So yeah, so we drove all the way to Arlington, Texas, and on the way, I was calling them, and I was like, I need to get the sperm today. I already bought the sperm, I need to get the sperm today, can I come pick it up? So they said, I know a lot of y'all say that you need a signature from
like a doctor.
We didn't get one. I'm not really for sure. I know a lot of sperm banks say that. I know our sperm bank said that also, but I have no idea. I just know that we personally did not get any sort of signature from a doctor. We didn't go through a doctor at all. I tried to go through, because I was in the military. I tried to go through the military to see if they would cover the whole process of us getting pregnant. They said no, unless we were basically like a straight couple and we tried having sex multiple times and could not get pregnant at that point. Obviously, none of that applied to us.
Exactly.
So
which sucks because like I feel like it should have been the same regardless if we were straight or not.
So we paid all out of pocket, but when we drove down there, I called them. They were like, "Yeah, just pay an extra $50 today, and you can get the sperm, and we'll have it ready whenever you get there." So whenever I got there, I just signed something. I don't know what the hell I signed, and they gave us this. I'll try to insert a picture, but they gave us this big. It was in a box, and it was a frozen.
It was like a tank.
It was a tank.
Yeah.
It was a cryo tank.
Yeah.
Which had this little small vial of sperm and this big as hell freaking tank.
I know. So it had liquid nitrogen in it, which made it really, really cold, and when you take it out, it was very smoky. So
I can taste the chicken.
We had one. Oh, they had like steak on one side, chicken on the other.
Why didn't they just murder?
I don't know. So we were in a rush because we didn't know it was gonna happen this soon. We didn't know we was gonna have to inseminate that day. So I tell y'all need to get some gloves. Okay, we didn't have the time to get some gloves, so I used socks. They were clean. I used socks on my hands. So thankfully the sperm did come with a syringe. So
the sperm, the only things that it came with when we got there was a syringe. It came with some pre-seed, which we did not use the pre-seed that it came with because we didn't know it came with pre-seed. But we had already bought our own pre-seed, and it came with a syringe and the sperm. I don't know if I said those. So that's what it came with. It didn't come with, there's a couple other things that we stopped and got on the way where we had watched a YouTube video that gave us a little bit of information on how to do it at home insemination. So we had picked up the soft cup, soft disc, whatever the hell. It's the same thing.
Disc,
but they're basically like little menstrual cups that you, whenever you're on your period, instead of using a tampon or pads or anything, you just insert them up. I don't know who the hell would do that regularly because that hurt. When I did that hurt so much. Oh my freaking God.
So since I was the one who actually did the process, so we literally, I'm not kidding, we had our phone set up with YouTube on it because we found like a really good video of a girl who was like step-by-step showing us how to do it.
Do not ask for the link because I've checked and the YouTube video is no longer up. I don't know what the hell happened to it.
Yeah, no idea.
But
we had the video set up and I was following it step by step. So the first thing, for one, obviously take the vial out. We only got one vial. They say that they recommend you to get 2 vials so you have better chances. But
yeah, them hoes are expensive as hell.
We are some broke hoes.
Them hoes are $649. I'm not doing that.
We like to be cheap as much as we can, so we would like to go get one vial.
We're just hoping. Oh my God.
Obviously, we didn't get pregnant the first time. We would have got another one eventually, but so we only got one vial. And we were just testing our luck.
What happened was we figured that the best time to do it would be at night, but after you're done, to go pee and then go to sleep right after.
So we started off. So normally she always finishes her food before me anyway, and I like to talk so. So no,
let me get a sip.
No, babe, cause you didn't even want to buy it for me. You took this vial out of the tank, the nitrogen liquid tank, and then you let it defrost, but not for that long. Literally for like less than a minute.
So how you defrost it is you can put it in your armpit and defrost it, or you can just let it sit out. We let it sit out. And we let it sit out for about 20 minutes. And keep in mind, this vial...
But no, we didn't. I just said less than a minute. It takes not that long for it to...
We let the whole sit out for 20. So we're not exactly sure. I think it sat out for 20 minutes. She thinks it sat out for
No, I let it defrost, and then after I let it defrost, I had to open it up. I was shaking. My hands were literally shaking because I know that we only got one vial, and if I drop it, I couldn't even imagine. So I was shaking with my little glove, my little socks on my hands. I got the syringe. I had to get every little last drop because, mind you, we got one vial, so we needed it to work. We needed all the little sperms out.
Yeah, it's the smallest amount. Keep in mind, it's literally like less than that much sperm. This is basically nothing.
So very little.
So when they tell you to get 2 vials, maybe you should think about getting 2.
Yeah, we were one of the lucky ones, and we got pregnant off one the first time. So I don't want to give y'all false hope or anything because more than likely, most couples don't get pregnant the first time. So a lot of people say
there's like a chance, like depending on your age and
well, yeah, there's obviously a chance
other factors.
We got
You're more likely to get pregnant the more times you try. Like if you try, I think it's once you try like 7 times, your odds increase like hell.
But she was very fertile, so it happened the first time off one vial. We were in total shock, surprise. That she had to climax like 3 times. You heard me right. She had a climax 1 before inserting the sperm. Wow, inserting the sperm, and after inserting the sperm. So back to back to back.
It helps open
Your cervix, right?
your cervix so that the sperm can go in fast or something like that. But it helps speed up the process and you're more likely to get pregnant, according to the YouTube video that we have watched.
Yeah.
So I had to climax 3.
And if y'all don't know, the lube that we use, the pre-seed, that is supposed to be like the best lube to help you get pregnant, so it doesn't like.
And it also helps it travel.
Yeah, it helps the egg It helps the sperm travel to where it needs to go. Like no detours, like go straight there. It also like, I know they said some lubes like break down the sperm and stuff, but that one does not. So
you don't exactly need it, but we did use it for the simple fact that it helps it travel.
Yeah, we wanted the best chances of getting pregnant.
So we tried to get the best of everything to increase our chances. Because we was not doing this whole again.
We was if it didn't work.
After that, we don't even need kids at that point.
After I inserted it inside of her, you had to like put your hand in your like fingers in there to find the cervix first. Just so I knew exactly where to
she was like in there and was like trying to figure out where it was. I'm like, are you done? She's like, yeah, let me find it.
So, found it, then I had to try to like find it with the syringe. You had to go really, really slowly. So we had to wait until she said that she was climaxing before I could like, put it in
all
slowly.
the way, yeah.
So like, cause that's when like, okay, she's climaxing, so the cervix is opening and the sperm's going inside. That's what happened. And this is why you don't get sips. So after that came the
pre-seed?
No, we already had the pre-seed.
Oh, you did? When did you do the pre-seed?
Whenever we just talked about how it helps it travel, and we put the pre-seed before and after. So we put the pre-seed before to help it go in soft, whatever. But after that, we had to get the soft disc. And the soft disc, what needed to happen was, it's like a circle. So let's say like this. And
Oh, like this.
okay, no. So let's say like this, and the middle part of this is like really soft, but this is like more like rubbery.
Hard. It's so hard.
So what we had to do, I had to
Like
put the pre-seed in there, and then I had to rub it all the way inside and around the rim of it. And then I had to like squeeze it like this, and like try to squeeze it so it didn't hurt her as bad. But
it tries to keep as much sperm inside of you so it doesn't come out. And then if it does come out, it shouldn't come out as much, especially if you're upside down. So my legs, like I said, I'm laying on the bed. We put some pillows under my butt to help elevate me a little bit. But it's not comfortable, because I also had to like get up a little bit, because that increases your chances. Because if you're just laying there with your legs up, you're not increasing your chances, but you need to lay there but up your pelvis so that it's actually keeping the sperm down.
Or
because
so
you can
that's
lay there, and have your legs up, but your pelvis is like this. That's not keeping nothing in. But you gotta keep your pelvis more diagonal or upwards.
So we left that in overnight. We kept our legs elevated for like an hour after that. Like I said, after the whole thing, she just stayed in the bed. She was not able to get up. I did not let her to get up. Stay in the bed, go to sleep, relax, you know, let your body do what it do. Then in the morning, she took the softest out, and out came obviously white stuff, which is more than likely like the sperm or discharge or whatever, something.
And also, after I took it out, there was a little bit of blood, but it's probably because of how freaking painful that softness was, and it was in there like squishing all my freaking organs or something like that.
Yeah.
So there was a little bit of blood.
But it's kind of normal to have like blood when the conception.
Yeah. So what I thought was, it's this thing called implantation blood. So that's what I thought it was. Like I was like, oh, okay, I'm bleeding a little bit.
So don't get freaked out if you do have blood.
But the implantation blood, according to Google, should not have happened that fast. That was the only time that I bled prior to finding out. But that's what I thought it was. But anyways, fast forward. I took multiple pregnancy tests. Okay.
No, she took a pregnancy test like that day after she took this off this.
And then I took a pregnancy test maybe every 3 days after, and I don't think y'all understand how upset I was every single time that test came out negative.
Do not like rush into taking a pregnancy test. That was our biggest mistake because we were losing hope. Like obviously I knew the first day when she took it, I told her not to. Obviously I knew it was gonna come back negative. But 3 days after that, she took it negative. 3 days after that, negative.
But
like,
I got to the point where she was like, stop taking pregnancy tests. I would sneak and take pregnancy tests.
Yes.
I didn't want her to know that I was taking them, and then they would just be negative and she just wouldn't know.
But so sad.
Eventually, I believe it was 14 days after we...
So about like 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so after we did the whole insemination process, we did that October 5th. And we found out, I think we found out the 18th, so maybe it was 13 days before.
We got married on October 9th, and we did not know she was pregnant then.
So what had happened was, it was afternoon time. And I just went in the bathroom casually. I was going to sneak and take a pregnancy test. She didn't even know. You were in the bathroom too, but like our bathroom was separated. The toilet was separated from the sink. I remember she was on the sink. I think she was on the phone or something like that. I don't know what she was doing. But I took the pregnancy test and I was so freaking shook. Oh my God. It said
well, it was a very faint line, but that was the most.
And then we took so many tests after that. And to make sure they were positive.
Y'all don't understand, like, for obviously a lesbian couple or even a couple who just can't get pregnant and like tries that is like the biggest heartbreak ever. It's coming and seeing that negative test every freaking time. At that point we were losing hope. We was like, dang, maybe we're gonna have to do it again. We was just so sad. And obviously if we did it again, we was gonna have to wait for till next month. But listen, when we saw that faint line, my heart almost dropped out of my chest.
We had got the first response test that basically they have a higher HCG level detection or something like that, to where they basically you find out on those tests faster than you can any of those other tests. So that's why I figured that we would find out way earlier. And I know it said also with like if you're having more babies, like twins or something like that, then you can also find out earlier with the test like that because your levels are a lot higher. So 13 days later, I got a positive test. I opened the door and I told her.
No, she just screamed. She didn't even tell me, she just screamed. And I came in, she showed me the test, and I screamed, oh my God.
And we were so happy. You know, in 9 months, or 37 weeks and 5 days later, we had our daughter.
Yeah, and let me tell you that pregnancy was absolutely crazy. We had so many scares, but that's another video if y'all want, you know, if y'all wanted to tell y'all like how the whole pregnancy went, because this girl, our daughter, gave us so many freaking scares. So, she is so lucky she's here today.
So if y'all want to see that video, just put it in the comments if you want to see that video, or just let us know. But hopefully y'all like this video. I know it's probably crazy freaking long and I'm gonna hate edit it. If y'all like this video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow our social medias, our TikTok, Instagram, everything is in the description.
Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yes, it is, because I always say all that good stuff.
You do say that.
Yeah. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and
we out.